Hey, what's up, my little tattletales? How y'all doing today? Well, if you are part of the Leprechaun cartel, aka a Tory Lanez supporter, I know y'all throwing lucky charms in the air, talking about some gang, 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 gang. It's the luck of the Irish. Y'all, what am I talking about? Tory Lanez is not going to be prosecuted for witness tampering. But y'all, despite all the trolls and the bias and the misinformation bots out there, it's not because he's innocent. They're literally saying that they can't do that because the prosecution dropped the case. Y'all, let's get into this because at this point, I have to pray for Meghan and that she gets the justice she deserves, not because she's lying, not because she's not being truthful, but just because the prosecution, at this point, I would like to bring the prosecution up on witness tampering charges because something ain't adding up. Something ain't adding up. But listen, let's see why the Leprechaun King is celebrating like he just got a new shipment of lace fronts from Alibaba in China. Let's go, y'all. Where are we with this mess? Just listen, I gotta tell y'all, I swear to God, now listen, I don't have any proof, it's just my speculation, but I swear to God, Tory Lanez has his paid bots and trolls all over Twitter, all over YouTube, all over Instagram, trying to harass and bully people into being quiet. But like their lace from loving Kang, it don't make any sense, babes, if you don't get out of here. But let me tell y'all something. And this isn't a lesson to all women. This is a lesson to all women and men. Don't never let a man that come to your chest and wear a lace front and got a history of bad behavior tell you anything about life. Don't ever take pity on them because, baby, this is what happens. Let's get into this. They said the bid to hit Tory Lanez with witness tampering charges is denied by the judge. But here's the thing. It's not denied because there's not any merit. It's denied, again, because the judge messed up, all right? I'm sorry, not the judge, the prosecutors. The judge said prosecutors waited too long to file charges against Tory Lanez for alleged attempted $1 million bribe to Meghan the Stallion and Kelsey Harris. I repeat, they waited too long. Not Tory isn't guilty of this. Let's get into it. Prosecutors attempted to add 2 new witness tampering charges to Tory Lanez's felony assault trial on Monday, but were shut down by the judge, who said they waited too long. Again, can please listen? You need to tag prosecutors and be like, can y'all wake up? Stop sleeping in. Whoever you're talking to or you're having nice romantic dates with, they're not worth it. Justice needs to be served anyway, right? The Los Angeles Deputy District Attorney Kathy you always late and need to wake up. That's her new name. Entered her motion for the new charges on Monday, citing California Penal Code 136.1, which makes it a crime to attempt to dissuade a witness. She said is based on the testimony by both victim and Kelsey Harris about statements the defendant made in the car offering them $1 million to stay silent about the shooting that wounded Meghan in both feet on July 12, 2020. Judge David Hereford responded by asking why, and this is what I've been saying, Tory's case is a mess. Y'all can sit there and be like, oh, his lawyers were pretty good. Maybe. But this Meg case should actually been open and shut, had the prosecutor dotted their I's and crossed their T's. But listen to this. The judge responded by asking why, and the judge is all of us. Prosecutors waited so long, considering Meghan made the underlying allegation early in the case. Todd said she wasn't sure how Kelsey was going to testify. If you weren't sure how Kelsey was going to testify, why did you give her use immunity, which is different from transactional immunity? Why did you give her use immunity? Because you just could have subpoenaed her and treated her like a hostile witness. And you know this. So, right? Again, prosecutors, listen. But given that Kelsey did appear to corroborate Meghan's claim during her turn on the witness stand, they decided to file over the alleged $1 million bribe. Now, I will say this. At this point, I wonder if prosecution is hoping for a mistrial. Because if there is a mistrial, that means that they can bring these same charges and new charges up, because nothing was ever come from the original trial. Now, if he is found innocent, and that's a big if, I know the Leprechaun Lollipop Guild is doing seances, putting like literally. Remember Lucky Charms had like the all charms and there was none of the cereal, it was all the marshmallows? I know they're doing a seance over a bowl of just all marshmallows from the Lucky Charm bar, trying to make sure that Tory, at least, I don't know, they find on some of these charges. Now listen to this, right? Actually, shouldn't keep calling Tory Tory. Let's call him by the name his mama gave him, Daystar. And you know what? I see why. Why he doesn't use Daystar, because the funny thing is, all of Tory's behavior, I'm gonna get back to the report in a second, is, I think, indicative of someone named Daystar. No shade to the name Daystar, but I don't know, when you hear about Tory's antics, right? I'm like, yeah, Daystar did it. When you hear about a man that loves to wear lace fronts, Daystar did it. When you hear about the man that had all the antics on quarantine radio, Daystar did it. When you hear about a man that was sleeping with two friends and then had the nerve to try to shame the two friends and said that his dirty, rusty, musty self, y'all can talk about women take souls when they sleep with someone, but I believe that the men that sleep with a lot of women, yeah, you take in a little piece of someone's soul. However, a soul is not infinite as far as I know. So you walking around with no soul, you talk about all the women that took a piece of your soul. I believe the men that are spreading it, laying it low and spreading it wide, they're walking around with no souls. All right, I'd rather have a piece of someone's soul than no soul. That's all I'm saying. But I will say this, right? Daystar did it. Daystar would be crusty, funky, musty, to be sleeping with two friends, probably with no protection. Dusty, funky, musty, Daystar. Now, here's the one thing I will say, right? When you look at him, this whole thing about everything, yeah, Daystar, even these antics. And so I see why he changed his name to Tory. Because with Tory, you're like, when someone's like, yo, Tory's coming over, you're like, is that a girl or a boy? So already your mind's like, And then when you see a guy named Tory that's like, what is he, 5'4"? It's like, I can't take you seriously. Get out of here. Especially when you, at least I don't know about y'all, but at least I will be looking down and seeing the lace front. Can you imagine being on a date with a man, just like, you know, sitting there eating your food and then looking and in your head being like, ooh, I think his old hole is lifting. If I say something, maybe he might go put some alcohol on it in the bathroom and go lay it down again. Right? And imagine looking down and having to tell the man that imagine looking down and trying to tell the man that you have it in relations with that the sweat is making his lace front lift. Anyway, shout out to Meghan. Y'all can say what y'all want. She is the strongest woman in the universe because she was able to do it. All right, let's get into this, right? Okay, Lanez's defense lawyer, George, objected Monday, saying prosecutors had known since September that Harris's testimony what it would likely be, and the court agreed. Hereford said the late addition placed the defense in a difficult position in terms of planning and response time. Again, the defense had a point there, right? While we all know, to me and to the prosecutor, it sounded like Tory had witness tampering. Like the defense said, you knew all this how many months ago? Why didn't you bring charges up then? You can't just bring stuff on at the last minute, right? So the judge said, the lawyer said, I think it's unfair at this juncture. So I deny, the judge said, I think it's unfair at this juncture. So I would deny the motion. Woo! Now, Tory's legal name is Daystar Patterson. He's a citizen of Canada. He pleaded not guilty to 3 felony charges in a high-profile case, including assault with a firearm causing great bodily injury. Anyway, listen, just to let you guys know, earlier on Monday, prosecutors were unable to locate an important witness and asked the court for an extra day to present their case with permission to reopen their presentation after defense rest. While the witness has not been named, of course, we're talking about Justin Edison, the former bodyguard. I do want to say this. I do want to say this. Where's the driver? Are they bringing the driver Juan out? But if he does come out, do we even want him? Because I don't even know if he's on Tory's payroll, but I'm guessing probably because he is the driver. But you know what? We're going to have to wait and see. Listen, you guys, I got more stuff coming up. We're going to talk about the arrest warrant out for Justin. And we're also going to talk about EJ's testimony. Anyway, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.